Matthew Mercer has been the Dungeon Master for the Critical Role group for the past 5 years now. He and the cast have regaled us with stories of might, mystery, heartbreak, joy, excitement, betrayal, and so much more. Recently, Wizards of the Coast has released the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, giving fans of Critical Role what we've been dreaming of, Exandria being canon in the D&D multiverse. With that, the two fighter subclasses that Matt Mercer himself created have become officially canon as well. Hello adventurers, and thank you for joining me on Weaver's Wonderful World. This is going to be a shorter video as I'm only going over two fighter subclasses. This episode of D&D Discussions will be going over the Echo Knight and Gunslinger, both of which are the machinations of Critical Role. Now I know Matt Mercer has created a few different subclasses, and one complete class as well, but those are going to be for a different video. So let's go over the now third magical subclass for the fighter. Dunamancy is a powerful and primal magic energy of potential and actuality. It helps shape the multiverse through anticipatory arcane forces. Echo Knights use this arcane force to call upon fading shades of themselves from unrealized timelines. These echoes surround them as they charge into battle, like a cycling swarm of shadows to strike at their enemies. When the fighter chooses to become an Echo Knight at 3rd level, they gain Manifest Echo. This allows the Echo Knight the ability to manifest an echo of themselves. The echo is rather weak, however, as it only has 1 hit point, but its base AC is 14 plus the fighter's proficiency bonus, and it has immunity to all conditions. Either the fighter or the echo can make an attack when the Echo Knight makes a weapon attack. The Knight can also swap places with the echo, and if a creature moves out of melee range with the echo, the Knight can use their reaction to allow the echo to make an attack of opportunity. Unleash Incarnation is another ability the Echo Knight picks up at 3rd level. This allows the echo to make an additional melee attack when the Knight takes the attack action. This is limited by the Knight's constitutional modifier, however, but it allows the Knight and the Echo to make an attack on the same turn. Upon reaching 7th level, the Knight is granted Echo Avatar. This ability is great for reconnaissance, as it allows the Echo to move up to 1,000 feet by allowing the Knight to transfer their consciousness into the Echo. It's almost the same way a wizard uses their familiar. In fact, you could consider the Knight's Echo their own familiar, but the only difference is the Knight doesn't get to choose what their Echo looks like. When the Knight transfers into their Echo, they become blind and deaf. The Knight can keep their consciousness in the Echo for up to 10 minutes, but can end the connection at any time without using an action. If the Echo is more than 30 feet away when this happens, the Echo is destroyed. Shadow Mortar at level 7 allows the Knight to teleport their Echo to any creature that is having an attack made against them. When this happens, the attack roll is then made against the Echo instead of the targeted creature, allowing the Knight to defend at a distance. At 15th level, the Echo Knight receives Reclaimed Potential. When their Echo is destroyed, the Knight can regain temporary hit points equal to 2d6 plus their constitutional modifier, giving a buff during combat if it's not quite going their way. 18th level brings about the ability Legion of One. When the Knight uses their Manifest Echo, they can call 2 echoes instead of 1, but trying to call a 3rd will result in the destruction of the 2 previous echoes. This does come at a slight disadvantage, however. The Knight has to choose which echo to use at what time, since they both cannot be commanded at once, but it does allow for more bodies on the field of combat, and sometimes that's all you need to scare off would-be bandits, raiders, or unintelligent bad guys. The Echo Knight is definitely a force to be reckoned with when using their echoes, and if you like the idea of calling upon unrealized versions of your character, then the Echo Knight may be a good fit. But remember, the echoes used to be real, and your DM can use that against you in the future, if they so choose. Lord Percival Frederick Stein von Musil-Kolowski del Rollo III, Lord of Whitestone in the northeastern region of Taldore, is the inventor of the first firearm in Exandria. This set about a chain of events that would change that world, and possibly many others, by bringing about the emergence of the Gunslinger. Honing one's skill with martial weapons to master the art of melee combat should be the focus of any fighter. However, firearms have put the Gunslinger on equal footing, spending their time tinkering with archaic components and rare metals. These fighters have unlocked the secrets of controlled explosive force. Their ingenuity allows them to create and deftly wield these firearms. If they can survive the creation process, that is. Once the fighter takes Gunslinger at 3rd level, they become proficient with firearms, allowing them to add their proficiency bonus to attacks made with firearms. Gunsmith gives the Gunslinger proficiency with tinkering tools. This allows them to make ammunition at half the cost and repair broken firearms. Or the DM be willing, allow them to create new ones. Adept Marksman allows the Gunslinger to perform powerful trick shots, to disable or damage enemies with firearms. 2 trick shots can be learned at 3rd level. Additional trick shots can be learned at 7th, 10th, 15th, and 18th level. Grit points are how the Gunslinger performs these trick shots. They get a number of grit points equal to their wisdom modifier. So if you want to use a lot of trick shots in combat, a high wisdom is necessary. The Gunslinger will also gain back 1 grit point whenever they roll a natural 20. Some trick shots require saving throws. So the trick shot saving throw DC is going to be 8 plus the Gunslinger's proficiency bonus, plus their dexterity modifier. So with the Gunslinger, wisdom and dexterity seem to be the better choices than strength and constitution. At 7th level, the Gunslinger learns quick draw. This adds their proficiency bonus to their initiative, and allows them to stow and draw another firearm as a single object interaction. Once the Gunslinger hits 10th level, they receive rapid repair. They learn to quickly fix jammed guns, spending a grit point to fix a misfire as a bonus action. At 15th level, the Gunslinger can learn lightning reload. This allows their bonus action to be a reload, so they can set up for another attack shot without wasting an extra attack slot. At 18th level, the Gunslinger obtains 2 features, the first of which is Vicious Intent. This grants the Gunslinger a critical hit and a grit point at 19 and 20. Then there's Hemorrhage Critical. When the Gunslinger scores a critical hit on a target using a firearm, at the end of the target's next turn, they take half the damage from that last shot. Gunslingers are by far one of my favorite subclasses. Generally, if I'm allowed to, I'll play a seafaring Gunslinger, because I've always had a connection to the sea and a fascination with guns. I've played a Gunslinger quite a few times, and even though there are some issues with it, it's a solid subclass that I enjoy playing. I haven't had a chance to playtest the Echo Knight, though I do really want to. On top of playtesting it, I want to get a few friends together and do a few free-for-all matches, with each of us playing the Eldritch Knight, Echo Knight, and Psy Knight, and see which one comes out on top. But that is all for this video. So at this time, that is all for the fighter subclasses. More than likely, when I do the subclasses for the other classes, I'll be splitting them up and doing them in 2-part videos, since there's so much information in each. So thank you for joining me on Weaver's Wonderful World. This has been the Critical Role Fighter subclass video. And remember, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Donuts are the best breakfast food. So eat up, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next episode of D&D Discussions.